Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new episode of One Piece Log Fishman Island Saga, which is on episode 5. This episode right here continues the Fishman Island arc, obviously, from the get-go, or the saga, if anything, whatever the title was given to me. This episode was pretty fun, and it was hilarious in a certain way, depending on how edited it was, because if I remember correctly, there were some extended scenes that were put into One Piece only for it to be cut off and to be put in a funny way. I'll get to one of those scenes just a second. Let's just get this episode started right away. We have to it that the Straw Hats, with the exception of Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji on the ship, are trying to figure out what to do next because their three powerful fighters are not there. Let's add on to the fact that they are very much under deep of the sea, and that the water pressure could kill them in a matter of seconds. That's how dangerous their situation is. Not to mention, they tried to find Caribou, but unfortunately they couldn't find him, and that he was hiding inside a barrel. The funny part about the scene when Frankie found him in the barrel is like when he was monologuing inside his head, it was cut midway, and then Frankie freaking trapped him in there, which is really freaking hilarious. I mean, if you remember that scene correctly, the original episode of when Toei did it, Caribou was monologuing inside his head the entire time, and then when he started to hide, that's when Frankie trapped him in there. Instead, they edited this part out or cut or omitted the extended in a monologue of Caribou, and Frankie just trapped him in there. I'm thinking in my mind, oh my gosh, that's just hilarious right there, that he's been found but he doesn't care. But other than that, they end up getting attacked by an anglerfish, only to be stopped by another freaking person, which is Wadatsumi. We all know who that giant looking like fishman is, Wadatsumi or Wadatsumi. How would you pronounce his name? Forgive me if I mispronounce it or I don't remember how to say it correctly. He stopped the anglerfish from eating the ship, and then later on was ordered by Vander Decken, the guy who's riding the ship of the Flying Dutchman, to capture the ship. But Tsurume, which is the Kraken, shows up and ends up defeating Wadatsumi and managed to reunite with the ship, with Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji boarding the ship. Eventually, they run into some trouble with some undersea volcanoes, and they manage to escape. Although there were times that they almost got themselves in danger, and by falling down and falling rocks, but thanks to Usopp's new weapon arsenal, it ends up saving them from being crushed. It was pretty cool, and it was pretty cool. Other than that, we get to see that they finally arrived to the location of Fishman Island. And unfortunately, there's one problem. They get interrupted by some strange fish from some hostile fishermen, and they say that they actually know who you are. And this guy is called Hamon Fighter of the new Fisherman Pirates. He actually gives him a choice to surrender or be a subordinate or fight. We had to Luffy refuses to be a subordinate, and Nami knew this was going to happen and tells Frankie to we gotta get going right away. Use all your Kudo bursts with his final fuel, whatever we have left, because Luffy's going to fight them anyway. And obviously, yeah, Luffy is his own guy. He wants to be his own captain of the ship. That obviously, that's just how he is. And other than that, to be continued. So we have to it that the next episode, obviously, is going to continue on, and it's going to be pretty crazy. On the next episode of One Piece, Mermaid's Paradise, landing on Fishman Island. And due to the title of what it's saying right now, we have an idea what's going to happen, due to the fact that we already watched Fishman Island saga many years ago. So, looking forward to see how they do this one out. Other than that, pretty cool episode. I mean, like I said, the only difference I've seen so far, even though it's really ridiculous and I don't remember much, is that Caribou's inner monologuing or dialogue in his head. Frankie cut him off midway and then just trapped him in there, which was hilarious. When it came to Toei's original episode, they extended the monologue to a point that Caribou spots Frankie but hides anyway, and Frankie traps him in there. Anyways, funny stuff, and looking forward to the next episode, and hopefully when we get back to Egghead Island arc, I look forward to having my excitement there. So until then, I'll see you guys later. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Ta-da!